beautiful people. It's nap time again, so let's talk. Today I'd like to talk to you about the do not disturb dilemma. This dilemma will start to creep up on you in the weeks leading up to your delivery. People will start enthusiastically asking you, when can I come see the baby? You haven't even had the baby yet, but they're going to ask. So the best way to handle this dilemma is to speak up, because the closer you get to having the baby, and then once you have it, it's going to come on like a tidal wave, because all of these people really want to meet your bundle of joy, but they're going to have baby on the brain, and they're not going to have you on the brain, and you are responsible for you and the baby, and you aren't going to have slept in a very long time. So the best way to handle this situation is to speak up. When people start asking, hey, when can I see the baby? Let them know, I will let you know. We will get back to you. We'll text you. We'll call you. We'll send you a message. Set the tone that you will establish when it is a good time for people to come see you and the baby. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not being impolite. I grew up in the South. So I know what it feels like to want to be polite all of the time. But believe me, when you haven't showered in 3 days, you haven't slept in over a month, and you just really, really, really need to get that nap, and you finally got your newborn to sleep, and somebody knocks on your door, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it just a little bit inside, because you have to be polite. And you're going to let that person in your home, and in your head, you're going to be screaming, get out of my house! But you let them in, because that's the polite thing to do. And then later on, 6 months down the road, you're going to be talking to a group of friends, and you're like, man, I wish people hadn't showed up at my house. And they're like, wait, I showed up at your house. I wish you had told me. So we're going to avoid that awkward 6 months conversation from now. 6 months from now. We're going to avoid it by tackling the dilemma now. Step 1, utilize your partner. Let your partner run interference for you. Let them take the phone calls, the text messages, the emails, and let them help you schedule when people can and cannot visit. Unless that person is staying with you, like in your home for several days to weeks, everybody else, they can wait. It's not an emergency. Your baby's just going to continue to get cuter the longer they have to wait. So I'd say schedule things a week away. Say, hey, would you happen to be free Tuesday? Maybe free on Tuesday. Let them know that everything can shift and change. Now that you have a baby, it may not work. So let your partner tell them, hey, we'll get back to you about Tuesday or Wednesday or next Saturday. And keep an eye on how many people per day that you're scheduling to come and see you. If you got 3 visitors, that might be enough for that day. Say, hey, I know we said Tuesday. How about Wednesday or Thursday? Schedule like it is a business, okay? Because in a business, you schedule when it will or will not work for you. Step 2, go into Pinterest and look up do not disturb signs. They are the cutest things ever. Set a timer, though, for 30 minutes, because if you stay on longer for that, you're going to go down the Pinterest rabbit hole, okay? Set the timer. Step away. Step away from Pinterest. Go on Pinterest and look up do not disturb signs. They have so many cute ideas, simple ones or technical ones. I love the little chalkboard ones where the message can change, where you can say mommy's sick or the baby's sick or mom hasn't showered. It just depends on how detailed or polite you would like to be. So if you want to do something with a sense of humor that says, hey, if you wake this baby, mom will kill you, you can do that. Or you can say, please don't come in. So yeah, look up do not disturb signs. I think they're a great way, just in case somebody just decides to drop by, okay? And one thing that a lot of churches and family members like to do is set up a food drop-off for you, which is a godsend. It's fantastic. But it can get a little tricky because people will show up when they can. If they're on your side of town, they'll show up and drop off food. And that may not be a great time to let them in your house. So my suggestion is to put a cooler, a drop-off box outside your door. It says has a little note on it and says, "Hey, thank you for bringing food, blah, 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 blah. Please drop it off here. Don't worry, we'll get it. We're always hungry." Something cute like that. And if you want to put like a little goodie bag or a lollipops or something just to give them a gift for bringing you something cool. Do whatever, as much or as little as you have time and energy to do. But put a cooler outside just in case when they do show up, if it's not a great time for them to come in, they can just drop off the food and they can go. But if it is a good time, you can hear their feet on your porch and you can invite them in. So what you do after that is up to you. I suggest hand sanitizer, and also remembering, and this is an entirely different video, that you don't have to let people hold your kid. But like I said, that's an entirely different video. We're just talking about them getting to the door. Okay? And if you need to disable your doorbell, then hey, take that thing off the wall. Do whatever you need to do to get the most sleep, the most rest, and the most quality time for you and your baby. That's how to politely tell people, this is not the day. I haven't showered, my hair is gross, and there's spit up everywhere. And I hope it's helpful. Bye guys, we'll talk again soon. If my children continue to nap like normal children. So I could see you never, because children do what they want to do. Or I could see you tomorrow. Bye guys.